welcome to Splash Panel, the podcast for expensive stories and full-page fun. This is going to be a standout episode because today we have with us Michael Oshamsty, all the way from Projekt 1065. And joining him, we have Joseph St. George from Blitzkrieg. So, Joseph, what got this whole thing started off?
So I lived in Berlin most of my life, but my parents were spies for the British, and after they got captured, I thought it was my job to go help them. So, and then I was sent on a mission to assassinate a general, Heydrich, and he was supposed to be in Paris, so they sent me on a mission after I became a spy.
And Michael, what's in it for you?
I hope to gain key information about Nazi jet plans, and my goal is to find what I need, then flee Berlin, giving that info to the Allies.
Joseph, was your attempt a success on Heydrich?
No, it was not a success because when I was at the parade, one of the members of the Hitler Youth Claus, who's also my blood brother from when I lived in Berlin, he saw me there and he recognized me, and although he did not decide to kill me, he tried to make me leave, so I had to shoot him, and Heydrich was not there, but then the Germans took me into interrogation, and they were about to shoot me for not saying anything, for not giving up any information, so I had to escape from them.
And Michael, how did Simon inspire you to be a spy?
When Simon crashed his British plane, we were informed of Nazi plans of a fighter plane, beginning my mission to fake my Nazi loyalty to gain key information during World War II. It happens one night in Fritz's house in Berlin when we were supposed to be studying for Hitler Youth tests. I spent months perfecting my character to gain information about Projekt 1065, and that night it came. Fritz stepped out, and I noticed a door slightly left open. Inside was a desk covered in blueprints for the Nazi jet, Projekt 1065, lit by one lamp. It felt like staring into the future of the war. I had just a few seconds before someone returned. If I was caught, I'd be killed. But if I didn't memorize them, the Allies wouldn't have any information. I remembered Simon's words on page 148, information wins wars. That moment showed me that doing what is right often means acting while very scared and terrified, risking my own life to help others. I had to sacrifice others to save more people for the bigger plan.
So Joseph, I heard you took a journey from Berlin to New Zealand, then across the North Atlantic and into London during the Blitz. Choose one of these settings and explain how the author uses a specific details of that place to show your internal development from boy to natural spy.
Yeah, so when I was in New Zealand, I knew I didn't have to go to Britain, but I decided it was my duty, and when I got to London, then I decided to help, and and it helped me. Wait, can you read the question, please?
Oh, yeah. So, Joe, I heard you took a journey from Berlin to New Zealand, then across the North Atlantic and into London during the Blitz. Choose one of these settings and explain how the author uses specific details of that place to show your internal development from boy to natural spy.
Oh, yeah, so when I was in London, I was like... there was bombs going off, and it helped me. And eventually, one of the spies of the that was with the British he came and taught me how to be a spy, and yeah.
All right. Michael, you have relationships with Fritz and Simon pull you into two opposite directions. Explain how each of these relationships change over the course of the story and how these changes force you to clarify what loyalty really means to you.
My relationship with Simon at the beginning, I didn't really like him that much, but as I spent more time with him, I grew closer to him, and it kind of inspired me to help the people, my allies. But my relationship with Fritz and the Hitler Youth, we started off, and I thought he was one of the more innocent Nazis. But then as the Hitler Youth went on, I realized he was not what he seemed like, and he was very loyal to Hitler. So this kind of changed how I saw him. Yeah.
So Joseph, who would like your book?
Wait, what about that question? I think anybody who's interested in World War II and how spies worked during World War II would like my book, and yeah.
Also, Michael, who is your key audience? Who would you want to read this book?
I feel like this book would appeal to historical fiction readers or people that like books with action, danger, and war.
All right, that's all.